Now available. Now available. Now available.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Now Available, the internet's only streaming service podcast you need to be listening to wherever you get your streaming service podcasts. My name is Adam Howard, and with me, as always, Bear Claw himself, Ricky Enger.
Bear Claw, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
What's up?
Do you know where Bear Claw comes from?
Talking about the dude from New Girl? That's my guy. Wait, which episode? Which one you?
So recently, jumping right into what we've been watching recently. Recently, me and my fiance Paige, we've fallen down the rabbit hole of New Girl. We just got to, we just finished season 2, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, we only seen Bear Claw once. And the one where he's like, where Jess is pretending to be Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, he's like, I can't wait to see her meat bar or whatever. And then he's breaking down crying in the bathroom at the end.
Oh, yeah. Dude. So get right into what we've been watching. So, on top of the 1,500 movies I've watched.
I've watched a lot.
Yeah. So, I finished New Girl. And I'm probably going to start watching it again. Because I've spent so much time watching it where it feels weird when I'm not watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
dude, I totally get what you're saying, because like I'm just like, any free time I have, I'm like, I really want to watch New Girl.
Yeah, it's so good just to put on, and like, I don't know, it's like background noise, but then I catch myself watching it. Same thing I was doing with Jersey Shore, but like, it's like a cleaner, more entertaining feeling, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. For sure. It's so good.
Season 2 has like 2 of my favorite episodes in the whole thing.
Okay.
The first time you meet Julius Pepperwood, I think it's episode 14.
Oh, where just teaching the older adults, they think the one kid's like a murderer.
Dude comes in with the fucking hat on, his shitty disguise. He's like, thin crust pizza? No, thank you. I'm from Chicago. When he's like, oh my god, dude, I love that episode. That one's
hysterical.
And then my other favorite
the ending
one,
where like they think it's the mom, it's his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, because I think that dude's like the murderer or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Then my second favorite episode, probably my favorite episode in the whole show, is toward the end. I think it's episode 23, 24. It might be the season finale.
The wedding?
No, it's where they are all talking about how they lost their virginity.
Oh yeah, that was really funny.
That one is great. And then the reason why I like that episode so much is like they use that "Anything Can Happen" song by Ellie Goulding, and it just it fucking crushes. That is the best episode. I think
it's like so predictable, but I think it's hysterical that Winston lost his virginity to the prostitute.
And Winston refuses to believe that there are prostitutes. That's fucking best.
And then when they cut to the flashback, I'm not sure how old they're supposed to be. Probably in like high school, I imagine. And Nick just keeps referring to, or he just keeps talking to the one prostitute. And he's like, Mrs. Octopussy.
Octopussy. Fucking dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you guys. It's the best fucking show.
It's fantastic.
What else have you been watching?
Fantastic. I watched a lot of movies. Because as our audience may know, because I've said it a couple times, I like get super excited about the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
So they released like the list of nominees, which we'll go through that later on. So I've started trying to make my way through some of the Oscar nominated movies. So I watched No Man Land on Hulu. I watched Judas and the Black Messiah before that left HBO Max. What was the other? I know I watched another one. Okay, maybe I didn't watch another one. I thought I watched another one. Before we started recording, I got like halfway through Mank on Netflix, so I'm still working my way through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and those are pretty good. There hasn't been one that I've been like crazy in love with yet, as compared to like prior years. I really did like Trial of Chicago 7. That one was really good, and as we talked about last week, Borat's hysterical, just hysterical. Um, but yeah, other than that, I also watched like a couple Netflix original movies. I watched Yes Day, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's like a family film on Netflix starring Jennifer Garner, and I forget what the husband character's name is, but it's about where the parents give the kids a yes day, where they say yes to whatever the kids want.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good. It's pretty funny. And I also watched Moxie, which was directed by Amy Poehler. It just came out. Did you watch that one?
No, I meant to, and
It's good.
yeah, I keep like every time I turn on Netflix, I always forget to put it on. I'm gonna watch it today.
It's really, really good.
Sweet.
It's a really strong movie. I also watched Stupid Crazy Love with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm.
Hysterical. It's a shame that we have not gotten another movie with those two in it. It's just fantastic. It's so funny. I love that. I watched the movie and I'm like, I love this movie.
That's awesome.
It's just so good. Like I said, Judas and the Black Messiah. I watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is I believe it's a French film. It's really good too. It's so well done. If you're not familiar with it, it's set in the, God, I think the 1700s, 1800s, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And it's about like this lesbian couple and stuff like that, and kind of like their experience in that time period and whatnot. And it's so well done. It isn't French, obviously, but I highly recommend it. It's so good. And then I watched Raya and the Last Dragon on Disney Plus.
That looks so good.
It's really good. It's really good. Like all the fight choreography and everything in it's a fantastic. The characters are great and stuff like that, and kind of what happens in it I really like it. I would say it's one of my favorite Disney movies in recent years, but I love a lot of the new like Disney Pixar stuff that's come out recently. They've just been like knocking out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they haven't forever been doing that, but it's really good. Yeah, highly recommend checking that out. I think it's $30 on Disney Plus right now for like the premium access thing. But you can go see it in theaters as well as I think it's either in May or June that it comes to home video in May, and then I think it becomes completely free on Disney Plus in June, I want to say, but I'm not positive on that. Yeah. But after that long list, what have you been watching recently, Ricky? Because we had a bit of a hiatus, so we had plenty of time to watch stuff.
That little break was I was just watching movies. That's when I finished New Girl and stuff. But I watched She's All That, timeless classic rom-com, parodied to death, and I had no idea. Like, you've seen this entire movie without ever having to see the movie. I watched Failure to Launch, that was the very first movie that I saw by myself in the theater. 2006. It's a Matt McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker rom-com.
Is this the one where he's the wedding planner?
No, he's like a boat broker, but he lives at home. And so his whole shtick is like he's like 35 or something, and he lives with his parents, and his whole thing is like I'm dating a girl and everything is going fine or whatever, or it's not fun anymore. He takes them to his house where they meet his parents, and then they're like, you live with your parents? Like, what the fuck? And then they like break up with him, and like that's his whole thing. That's
a shtick.
But so I saw that movie when I was in like 8th grade by accident. So like that was like the cool thing to do when we were all in like that grade. It was like, oh, we either go to the movies or you go ice skating. So summertime, it was go to the movies. Everyone's going at the earlier show, and I get it confused with everyone's going to the late show. So I'm the only one there by my damn self watching this movie.
It's like, where is everybody?
Yeah, I was like so confused. 'Cause I'm like, why don't I know? I don't see anybody that I know here. Like, what the fuck? So I end up sitting by myself in the back, and like, it was just a weird moment.
That's hysterical.
So to continue with the rom-coms, I watched Wedding Planner. No, Wedding Crashers.
Oh, okay.
Just fucking stupid. Like, what a movie. What else did I watch? I watched Jason X. Because that just got added to Netflix too.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's still terrible, but I think it's so bad. The genius of it though is that it's called Jason X. Like, it's not even Friday the 13th. They were just like, just drop that completely and make this its own thing.
That movie, just like, I've seen that movie once, and I honestly don't know if I've seen it all the way through or not. But I caught it on like Sci-Fi Channel in the middle of the day over the summer at one point or another. And like, I just remember the scene where he puts like the campers in like the sleeping bag in the simulation thing, and just swings them back and forth against the tree.
That was like how that movie was supposed to be watched. It's one of those middle of the day, it's sunny out, and there's a glare on the TV. Yeah, but he like he beats those two campers to death in their sleeping bags, which is like super funny or whatever. Like, that's just that's a good kill.
Yeah, because I love the fact that they think the simulation will just slow him down.
Yeah,
like, to be able to escape.
Like,
he just like,
yeah, he'll fall victim to the simulation. And then I watched I forgot a bunch of I watched Coming to America.
The new one or the original?
The original one. But I haven't watched the
so
new
good.
one yet. Yeah. So I got to get around to that.
I've seen that movie once. Like, I watch it, I'm like, oh, that's okay. And then like, I constantly catch myself like thinking about random moments in the movie and just thinking it's hysterical. And we'll just go and watch the clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, in particular, I think the funniest part is Sexual Chocolate in their concert and Randy Watson. It's like my favorite part of that movie.
It's what a treat. Eddie Murphy, what a treat.
Mm-hmm.
So then the most important movie that I watched, and I've watched it twice, was Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah, so I watched the first hour of that or so, and I haven't. That was the night it came out, and I haven't gone back to it. Dude, I'm just hoping we'll spin that for HBO Max. That's what I'm hoping for.
Dude, it's awesome. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, from what I've seen of it so far, it's so much better than the theatrical cut, because I love how it. Honestly, like, the Superman scream isn't the perfect thing in the world, but I love how like it kind of opens with that going throughout the world, and then you open in like this. Like Batman setting up camp, and you get like this beautiful shot of like all these like glacier sort of things.
Yeah.
Like, the cinematography is amazing in it. My big thing is like, and this is not just this movie, but any like Zack Snyder movie I've seen, is I hate how the CGI looks in his movies, because it looks so fake with the way like the colors are done and everything like that, and it looks really video gamey, and like you can tell they're on green screen and whatnot. It's like, this is really bad. Like, that's like, I think Zack, like, in my mind, I think if Zack Snyder's a better filmmaker if it like didn't include that. Like, if he was back in like the 80s or 90s with like practical effects and everything like that, I think it would have been a different story. But that's just my thing, is I can't get over like some of this CGI and how it looks in like any Zack Snyder movie, and not even just like the terrible video gamey stuff in this one. Just in general, that's my like biggest gripe with his stuff, is because I just don't vibe with like the way it looks.
Yeah, it does have a really like unique look to it now when you really think about it. Yeah, but the cinematography, especially in the beginning, like the opening credits, is fucking incredible. When it's him walking.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It just gives a lot more context to like everything.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie, that's really like the whole thing of it. It's like everything has more weight to it. You understand what's happening, and like you actually give a shit about like the characters, where in the other one you might not, because you don't have that information to like. Do I really care about Cyborg and all his stupid problems? Well, what stupid problems does he have? But you never find out in the theatrical one, where this one it's like, oh, okay, there's a like motivation and shit.
Yeah, the Justice League theatrical cut might be one of like the worst movies I've seen. It's just so bad because like it opens with Batman chasing the parademons, and I hate it because it has the same problem with the CGI and everything like that. I'm like, this looks like garbage, and like I can't. Like I tried to, for whatever reason, I own that movie on like Blu-ray. I own it. It's on my shelf out there. I tried to watch it like a second time at one point because I've only seen it in theaters. I tried to watch it a second time, and I just like I'm like, nope, we're just gonna shut this thing off and go back to what we were doing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. What? There was another. I watched one more movie. Oh, I watched Watchmen. That was the other one that the other Zack.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's the same. Yeah, the same exact CGI, like the way that everything is.
Yeah, that one's super stylized though, so it's a little bit more acceptable. Whereas like you get this beautiful sweeping CGI or CGI cinematography in the Snyder cut of Justice League, and then you get like this awful like looking CG fight scene on Themyscira, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, and then also that like really badly composed Lex Luthor in the whatever chamber it was. I watched it. I'm like, this looks like something I would do it in 5 minutes. It's so bad.
The first time I didn't really notice. Like I noticed it was him. Well, obviously, I was paying attention and shit, but I was like, something about this doesn't look right. But then the second time when I watched, I was like, oh, this really looks like horrible. I don't understand what's happening here.
It looks like they took a scene with him into Premiere Pro and kicked up the opacity around him and just like feathered it and put him in the shot that they recorded before.
Yeah, damn, I could do that shit. But yeah, that's pretty much been all I've been watching. Really just catching up on old stuff, rewatching old stuff, or watching new stuff. I'm excited. This week we got Godzilla.
Yeah. Yep.
I think Invincible starts on Friday too.
Hell yes, it does.
Oh, and then the new Falcon Winter Soldier.
Still haven't watched it.
So I forgot about it. Like Friday comes and then they're like, oh, it's out. And then my boss texts me and she's like, did you watch Falcon yet? And I was like, oh, I totally forgot. But so I watched it that night and then I watched it again in the morning. I was like, ooh, this is really good. Like the two characters I probably care about the least. Like I know everyone likes the Winter Soldier, that
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, when they like that movie too, Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That one might be my least favorite. Like something about it, I don't know. I don't see.
Are you saying the least favorite of the Captain America movies or the least favorite MCU movie?
It might be my least favorite MCU movie. Something about it, I just can't.
Three words for you. Thor: Dark World.
Oh, okay, that one too. Those two they're tied for bottom for me. I'll rewatch
that's
it.
One of the,
I don't remember.
That's one of the best MCU movies.
Dude, that's what everyone says.
It's so good.
Did we watch the same movie? Because I remember not enjoying it whatsoever. I'll rewatch it for you, and for the fans. I will rewatch it.
Thank you.
As of right now, it's at the bottom.
Fucker.
Yeah, so that's it for me.
Yeah. Also, so did you see that starting April 2nd, select Regal theaters are going to start reopening?
Ooh, no.
And then they're rolling out after that. So that's really exciting because Regal's like one of the bigger chains, and I know some of the Tinseltown or like AMC and stuff like that have already been open for a while. Mm-hmm. And now we've got such nice weather. Drive-ins are opening back up. So it's nice to see that movie theaters or movies are coming back.
Whoa. I don't think I'm going to go to the drive-in a lot. That would be very sick.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, before I didn't like going to the drive-in because I was like, oh, it's too hot and sticky, or my windshield is always dirty, or whatever. But now it seems like the best plan.
Yeah, it
You get your
really
own little
does.
cube.
Yeah, because I know a drive-in near, well, it's kind of near you, and near me. It's they're doing Tom and Jerry, and then oh shit, what was the other one? Tom and Jerry, and then Space Jam after that, and then
Oh, I
they're
forgot about
also
this.
doing Nobody and then News of the World as well this weekend.
Is it the transit one? It's not the transit one. That one's kind of far. Is it
It's
Silver
in
Lake?
the Vintage Drive-in in Avon.
Oh, that's kind of far. I always forget how far away you are.
So, well, there's another one closer to us that has one of the screens is Nobody and Promising Young Woman, and then the other one is Tom and Jerry and Wonder Woman, 1984.
Ooh, ooh. I really want to see Promising Young Woman. I want to see that so bad.
I want to see it too. Now it's only $5.99 to rent on streaming services, and then it just also came out on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
So pick your poison, Ricky.
Pick your poison.
But speaking of Promising Young Woman, we have the 2021 Oscar nominees. They came out, and Ricky, as we were talking about before, I'm a sucker for the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
So are you ready? Are you ready to kind of hear what we got going on for the Oscars?
I am.
Do you want to start? Do you want to start with the big stuff, or do you want to start with the smaller awards first and work our way up?
Whichever you want.
Okay,
Pick your poison.
I'm gonna start with the smaller ones. So for sound design and stuff like that, we have Greyhound, which is on Apple TV, Mank on Netflix, News of the World, which you have to go buy or rent, Soul on Disney Plus, and then The Sound of Metal on Amazon Prime. Costume design, Emma on HBO Max, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and Mank, both on Netflix, Mulan on Disney Plus, and then Pinocchio, which is I believe Guillermo del Toro's version, which you have to either pay for or rent. And then for visual effects, Love and Monsters, The Midnight Sky, which is on Netflix, Mulan, and the one and only Ivan on Disney Plus, and Tenet. Tenet's only nomination, I believe, though.
Really?
It only had, I believe it's only that one, yeah, which sucks, but it's what it is. And then makeup and hairstyling, Emma on HBO Max, Hillbilly Elegy, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Mank on Netflix, and then Pinocchio as well. And then we've got film editing, The Father and Promising Young Woman, both have to either go see in theaters or rent. Then we got Nomadland on Hulu, The Sound of Metal on Amazon Prime, and The Trial of Chicago 7 on Netflix. Production design, we have The Father, News of the World, and Tenet. Then we have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and Mank on Netflix. And then music original song, we have Fight for You, Judas and the Black Messiah, Hear My Voice, Trial of Chicago 7, Eurovision Song Contest, the song from that. It's like the name of the song is Huzavik or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Seeing the Life Ahead. Those three movies are all on Netflix currently. And then Speak Now, which is from One Night in Miami on Amazon Prime. And then music original score, we got Da 5 Bloods and Mank on Netflix, Minari and News of the World, rent wherever, and then Soul on Disney Plus. Animated features, we have Onward and Soul on Disney Plus. We have Over the Moon and a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, on Netflix, as well as Wolfwalkers, which is on Amazon, or not Amazon, on Apple TV. Cinematography, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Trial of Chicago 7, No Man Land on Hulu, and News of the World. Writing for original screenplay, we have Judas and the Black Messiah, Trial of Chicago 7, Sound of Metal, Promising Young Woman, and Minari. Writing for adapted screenplay, we have Borat, subsequent movie film, The Father, No Man Land, One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger, which is on Netflix. Actress in a supporting role, Maria Bakalova for Borat subsequent movie film on Amazon Prime. We have Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy and Amanda Seyfried for Mank, both on Netflix. Then we have Olivia Colman for The Father, and I'm not sure.
Uh-oh, he's gone. We lost him. Oh, he's coming back. Here he comes.
There we go. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just went.
Dude, every time.
It got so.
Every
It got so
single time.
bored of me reading the Oscar nominations that it killed itself.
Your computer's just like,
Discord's
I'm
just
sick
like,
of
no.
the Oscars and turned off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so the person's name for Minari is Yan Yu Wen, I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm not positive. I'm sorry if I completely butchered it.
If you're
Like,
listening,
apologize
I'm sorry.
beforehand. Yeah. And next, this is honestly the most interesting category for me because it's like it's a very strange category. So this is for actor in a supporting role. We have Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7, which for the Emmy, or not the Emmys, the Golden Globes, he's nominated for Best Lead Actor, as opposed to Supporting Actor. And then we have Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah, which he's the lead character in the movie, but nominated for Best Supporting Actor, which Daniel Kaluuya, also Judas and the Black Messiah, Best Supporting Actor, which he won at the Golden Globes. So it's really weird that two lead actors, or considered lead actors, were nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think it's very strange.
Do you think they're doing that to like spread around who wins?
That was my thing, is I was wondering if they were doing that, but I don't know.
That's really weird.
It's very strange. Because in actor's supporting role, we also have Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, which is on Amazon Prime, and then we have Paul Reiki, I think is his name, from Sound of Metal on Amazon Prime as well. Yeah, it's really weird because I'll just jump to actors in a lead role because we have Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal on Amazon Prime, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Gary Oldman for Mank, both on Netflix, Anthony Hopkins, the father, and Stephen Yeun for Minari. So it's really weird because I wonder if they're trying to get Sacha Baron Cohen the win by doing Best Supporting Actor, and then having Chadwick Boseman for Lead Actor, because Sacha Baron Cohen was really good in Trial of Chicago 7, but I don't know if that's kind of what they're going for or not. I think it's really interesting to kind of see what's going on there, but it's interesting.
I think I need to watch that one. It's
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom or Trial of Chicago 7.
Chicago 7. It seems like
It's
like a period piece or something.
Yeah, it's so well done. It's about the protests and stuff like that at the Democratic National Convention in 1968, and how these 7 people were charged with like conspiracy to cross state lines and cause like riots and that sort of thing. It's really fascinating. It's got an amazing cast in it. Eddie Redmayne, who plays Newt Scamander, is one of the characters in it. Sacha Baron Cohen's in it. Mark Rylance is in it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it. Who else is in it? I'm trying to think other people are in it, but it's a really good movie. It's really well done. Aaron Sorkin's the one that does it, or is both writer and director on it. So it's a really good movie.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Oh, and I forget his name, but the guy who plays Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen series on HBO, he's in it too.
The dude that plays, he's gonna be in the new Candyman movie.
Right, yeah.
Oh, what the hell is his name?
I don't know. Well, I know it, but I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like I just saw something with him in it too, where he was talking, and I was like, oh, I need to remember his name because I like that dude. He's really good in Watchmen.
Yeah, it's Yaha Abdul Mateen II, I believe. I hope I didn't butcher his name, because he's also going to be in the Matrix 4 too.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so that's a stack. He's like pretty stacked in the roles he's playing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So going back to the list of nominees, we have 3 more categories. We have actress in a leading role: Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of Woman. Both those are on Netflix. And then we have Andra Day for the United States versus Billie Holiday, and then Frances McDormand for No Man Land. Both those are on Hulu. And then we have Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. And then for directing, we have Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, which is a Danish film with, oh God, what's his name in it? The guy that plays like Dormammu's henchman in Doctor Strange. Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh,
It's
Mads
Mads
Mikkelsen,
Mikkelsen's in it. As well as Chloe Zhao directed Nomadland, and both those films are on Hulu right now. David Fincher directed Mank. Lee Isaac Chung directed Minari. And then Emerald Fennell directed Promising Young Woman. And then for Best Picture, we have from currently on Netflix, we have Mank and the Trial of the Chicago 7. Then on Amazon Prime, we have Sound of Metal. We have Nomadland on Hulu. Then we have The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, as well as Promising Young Woman nominated for Best Picture. So there's 7, I believe it's 7 or 8 nominees this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nominees this year. Yeah, so it's a pretty... There's a lot of nominees. There's quite a few movies that are in a lot of categories. Mank has 10 nominations, I believe, this year, which I believe is the most.
Jesus.
Yeah, so check those movies out if you got any of those streaming platforms. Maybe we'll end up doing one sometime in the future. And some of the movies you can actually find in theaters if you have theaters open around you too, because they're putting that in along with like older stuff and newer stuff too.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm excited for the theaters. That's gonna be it's gonna be great.
Yeah, they're coming back. It's exciting.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ricky, do you want?
Is it time?
So it's just about time, Ricky. Let me just pull this one thing up quickly.
Oh yeah. So for the people listening and or watching, we are gonna break this show up into segments.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Our first segment, which now you can support with a shirt, is going to be Enter the Matrix, and all the shirts right now on our shop are currently only $13 as opposed to $20. So go save some money over there. We've got Enter the Matrix. We got the Real Cesium was the friends we made along the way. We have I'm All Right with Being the Bad Guy now available. We have Oof. We have In Odd We Trust, and we have Watch the Stand or Keep Watching Jersey Shore.
Hang on. All right, hold me. Let's enter the Matrix real quick. Let me show the people this. This is the bit for Enter the Matrix right here. And unfortunately, okay. I can't figure out how to put ourselves over top of it, so you have to deal with that. All right. What's funny, it's still funny to me, about this stupid Watch the Stand shirt design. One, I still haven't watched The Stand. Two, in the meme, the first picture is me from like either this year or last year, and the other one is from like 2011. So 10 years fucking old. Holy shit, that's funny. That's comedy right there.
Yeah, and for all that stuff, you can get it in shirts, stickers, phone cases. Whatever you might like, except large art or large wall prints, because I haven't made the photos big enough to support that format, or so it keeps telling me.
So funny. All right, let's enter the Matrix.
Let's enter the Matrix.
All right, what do you got for us?
Okay, so this week we watched Flubber on Disney Plus, which was directed by Les Mayfield. It was produced by John Hughes and Ricardo Mestres. Screenplay by John Hughes, which I didn't know until I started watching the movie. Crazy.
Didn't know that either.
It seems nuts, yeah. It actually makes a lot of sense to one of the points I'll bring up later. And it's based on A Situation of Gravity by Samuel W. Taylor and The Absent-Minded Professor by Bill Walsh. It stars Robin Williams, Marcia Gay Harden, Christopher McDonald, Raymond J. Barry, Clancy Brown, Ted Levine, and Jodie Benson. It was released November 16th, 1997 in Pennsylvania, and then November 26th, 1997 in the United States. That was one of the facts that was on Wikipedia. Then we have the runtime, 93 minutes, a budget of $80 million, and a box office of $178 million.
Holy shit. That's making a lot of damn money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't. Okay, so I did not know about the John Hughes thing.
Yeah, that was crazy, and actually makes a lot of sense to one of the points I'll bring up in one of our segments,
Okay.
which is going to be the second of the next three segments.
The next segment for us, for everyone at home watching, listening, we're gonna break it up between the good, the bad, and the ugly. Where the good will be where we share our things that we liked about the movie. The bad, obviously, will be where we share our dislikes about the movie. And the ugly will be where I will read some of my favorite reviews from Letterboxd, the movie rating app. So if we want to talk about the good. All right, this is the good. My favorite, the good for me, one of the goods for me. I guess I have two that really stood out. One would be the beginning of the movie with that fucking Rune Goldberg or whatever machine.
Yeah.
I wanted one of those things so bad. Like, I wanted a device that where I woke up in the morning and put my shoes on and I slid down the bed and I had my clothes on. Or the breakfast thing. Or just some insane device. Like, you wake up and you smash your alarm, but that hits a hammer, which hits a bowling ball down a ramp, which starts the car, or something crazy. Like, everybody wanted one of those things.
Right, yeah. They've been done a lot in movies, in Goonies, Home Alone, a bunch of different stuff.
Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
And now Flubber.
Not Flubber.
Another one of my favorite parts of the movie. So I watched this movie 3 times. The part that, so I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
Right.
So a lot of it I just totally forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely lose my mind every single time where he makes Flubber, he goes to show, he misses his fucking wedding for like the 5th time in a row or something.
Yeah, it was the 3rd time.
Yeah. So he goes to show his, the woman, I can't remember her name, of course.
I don't know.
He puts the Flubber in his back pocket. He's hanging out of the fucking window, and he falls out of the window, but the Flubber shoots out of his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He smashes onto the ground. I laughed so hard because all I could imagine, if I were to fall out of a 2nd-story window flat onto my back, I would shatter like a mirror. Like, I would be into a million pieces. I would not be able to walk ever again. I'd be fucking paralyzed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good. No.
Like,
not the slightest.
Dude, so like sometimes I hurt my back from bending over. Like, not even picking stuff up or, exercising or whatever, just simply bending over to tie my shoe or pick something off the ground, like, and I'll stand back and be like, oh, my fucking back. Like, I would be dead for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, those are both good moments in the movie. One moment that had me dying laughing, which, like, I think for the most part the scene went on a little bit too long with the basketball stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the point where he like cleans the shoes down with the towel, and now he throws it and it bounces and it hits the bad guy in the face. I was dying laughing, and I don't even know why. I just thought it was hysterical. I just thought that was the funniest thing. And then another part that was really funny in the movie was when like they first get Flubber out, he throws it and it's like bouncing all over and going to like different people's houses and stuff like that. That I think is pretty funny too.
That had such big 90s energy. When
it did.
It comes through the window and it goes directly at that kid and he's like, ah! And then he falls backward. Like, and then the way he shoots up, he's like, that looks like such a fucking 90s commercial. Like, that could be a Capri Sun commercial.
Yeah. Yes, it could be, yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
A commercial for water balloons. Like, it was, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. Anything with the actual, like gelatin Flubber that you see, like where it's the actual, like, CG creature, I think is just great in this movie. Including, like, the end fight scene where, like, they're just bouncing all over the place and Flubber's going everywhere and it shoots down the one guy's mouth. And then it shoots out his butt and his butt, like, explodes. And he falls over and it just goes out the window.
I don't know that actor's name, but that's the dude that plays Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Yep. Yeah, it's, I have his name.
Oh, I can't remember his name. But he will forever be Shooter McGavin. So yeah, Shooter McGavin gets
Christopher McDonald, I believe is his name.
Flubber shoots out of his butt so hard it kills him. Like probably the third time when I was watching it, I was like, I was on and I was like on my phone, and when that scene comes up, all I can imagine was like, imagine your mouth is wide open and a bug flies into it, and then it bounces around on your insides, makes its way through your intestines, and then shoots out your butt. Like
that would be so bad
too, and it happened so quickly. In the movie, the flubber must have gone in his mouth directly through all of his organs, like just rifled through, and then out his butt through his pants, kills him. Like he's fucking dead. He's internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that fucking movie. Holy shit. It was it's very funny.
Yeah.
I think those were the parts that really stood out to me that were like really good.
Yeah, I think another part, like not like super funny or anything like that, but the part where Weebo dies, I think is really, really impactful. And I think for like a kids movie, it's really well done. Honestly, now it's not going to have as much of an impact on us like as adults watching it, but I think like as kids and stuff like that, it's for that particular audience, I think it works well for what it is.
Yeah, I could. When I was little, I don't really remember. You watch it for Robin Williams,
right? Yeah.
And one of the things for the bad is that stood out to me, as we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, when I don't remember that part at all when I was little, like when I rewatched the movie, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I didn't really remember it either, but I have to imagine like for kids, that's something that stands out. Like when they're actually watching the movie.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they're done, they're like, Green Flubber! And then run away and do something else.
Yeah, the next thing they're doing is spraying Windex on their shoes and trying to bounce through the ceiling. Alright, do you want to get into the bad?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into the bad. Okay, so the bad for me... I didn't know where to put this one because it was also a good, but it's also a bad.
Okay.
The bad guys, the two main bad guys, other than Shooter McGavin, like the two henchmen.
Yeah.
The one dude is the bad guy in Pet Sematary 2, and the other one is fucking the bad guy from Silence of the Lambs. And so every time he spoke, that's all I could picture is him saying like, was she a great big fat person? Like when, like that's, I can only picture him as a dude from Silence of the Lambs.
Which one? Which one's the one in Silence of the Lambs again? Which
the dude,
is it? Clancy Brown or the other one?
I can't remember his name.
Because he's the one henchman, right?
Yeah. So
is he the bald one or the one with hair?
Ooh, he might be the. Fuck. Let me just double check, so I'm not giving out, false information here.
Right, yeah. Because, like, I agree with you that, like, those two are both very interesting characters. I think it makes a lot of sense looking at the credits now, but I think they're direct ripoffs of Marv and Harry from Home Alone.
Yes.
In the part where they're going through and they're just getting beaten up by, like, the bouncing bowling ball and golf ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
That 100% Home Alone energy. Like, the two bad guys are outside the house, and that bowling ball bounces off the ground 100 feet in the air. Dude gets hit in the head like 15 times. He should also be paralyzed. He's totally fine.
Yeah, because they fall the exact same way like they do in Home Alone and it's shot and stuff like that, where they kick their legs out from under them and fall on their back.
Yes.
That sort of thing. So I was watching it, I'm like, they are like basically just ripping off Home Alone here, and then like I'm like, oh yeah, John Hughes wrote Home Alone.
Perfect.
Like that would make sense.
Ted Levine is his name. Ted Levine. He's the dude from Silence of the Lambs. Clancy Brown is Pet Sematary 2.
Mm-hmm. Clancy Brown, I believe, also Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Whoa. Didn't know that.
As well as he's one of the cops in Detroit Become Human. Not that I ever finished that game.
I didn't finish it either. I really liked that game. I just never finished it.
Yeah, same.
So that was the one bad, like the main bad for me. The other bad would maybe be just being an adult and watching it. It doesn't have the same effect as like Robin Williams being so over the top Robin Williams.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It doesn't nearly have the same effect it would as if you're a kid. Because like watching it, I'm like, at the beginning, I'm like, this is just so over the top. And like what I put down in my notes while watching it was, he feels like Dory, like at the beginning, where he just doesn't have short-term memory.
He's all over the place, and like just every movement that he makes is so exaggerated. Like he's just he's Robin Williams. Oh, for the good, I forgot about this one for the good. But when he walks into that class where they're doing like the painting,
Yes,
like I cracked up about that. It goes on for so fucking long.
Because it isn't until he like moves the chalkboard that like he realizes it. Because he goes and he's talking, he sees the naked people, he sees the class like drawing and everything like that. And he's like,
yeah, he picks up the fruit and he goes, "This isn't gonna get you extra credit," and he puts it back down. Like, I love that part. So I should have said that for the good, but I forgot about it until right now.
I forgot about that too.
And I think the last bad part for me would be just like, okay, so he makes Flubber, whatever. It's like a sentient being, and it knows stuff, whatever. They completely gloss over the robot that can float around and has its own thinking brain and can do all these different fucking crazy things. That's just the thing that I have. Like that should be the technology that we're all going for, not the Flubber.
Right, yeah. Well, the Flubber, I think they focus on because it has a more universal use than being a personal assistant.
Yeah, but
we basically have
floating technology. You can put that into cars. But they kind of do with the Flubber.
Yeah, why don't they do that with just the? It doesn't make sense. You're poking holes in the movie.
Yeah, I know. I really am prodding it.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I like it. I think it's so strange, but I like the fact that she makes Weebo after she dies. She makes them a child. Right? Robin Williams' character, a child. It's all the best parts of me and a little bit of you. It's my daughter.
It's so creepy.
It's very creepy because it's the holographic woman that she creates to be like his mate or whatever.
Yeah, the creepy hollow woman freaks me out too. Because who is that person? Like,
she was created in the computer.
Oh, it's so fucking creepy.
By a bunch of magazine clips.
All right. Do you have any other bad?
No, I think I got my biggest stuff. I think at the beginning it's a little bit too over the top for me, unfortunately. But other than that, yeah, I really like the movie, and I thought it was pretty. It's an enjoyable movie.
I feel it. I would agree. All right, let's get into my favorite one, The Ugly. Now this is where I'm gonna read these. You can't see them, but the people at home will be able to see it.
Okay, cool.
So I've got several screenshots here, and I'll bring up the first one. So the first one is by user Lee, who posts for Flubber 1997. 1 star. There is a Flubber Mambo. That's it.
You gotta love the Flubber Mambo.
There is a Flubber Mambo. 1 star. All right. So
it should be. I feel like this should be. Like that should give it 5 stars if there's a Flubber Mambo.
When I get to the last 2 reviews, there's a whole thing about it. All right. So this next review for Flubber comes from user Charlie, who gives it half a star. And this person's review is, okay, so my general reaction to this film as an adult was, okay, what the fuck, ? To the point where when the Flubber dancing scene came, I nearly pissed myself laughing because, bitch, what the fuck? So I got a good chuckle out of this one too, because I forgot about the dancing scene like completely. When I was little, that was like, oh, this is the fucking funniest part in the whole movie.
Yeah, Well, I watched the movie in 2 parts, and I kind of forgot about like the actual Flubber creature part of it because I watched it like a while ago when we were actually going to record, and then like it got nice weather out. I'm like, I want to be outside, and then
Yeah.
I finished watching it today, and I'm like, there wasn't enough of the Flubber creature, and like all we get is like it bouncing around, and then the mambo.
That's all you only see him as a bouncy ball, a Windex spray bottle, or him dancing. Okay, and then these last 2 reviews fucking cracked me up, and there are so many like this. All right, so we have one from Wim Wham, who gives it half a star, and another from Kyle. Oops, I turned on the ugly. Hang on. Whoops, I am fucking it up. Okay, and the other from Kyle, who just said doesn't even give it a star or even half a star. Both of them just say Flubber. There were like probably 15 reviews with varying stars that would just say Flubber in the review. And oh my god, I was laughing so hard at those.
My god, that's insane.
Yep, so
that's
it.
Crazy.
That's it. That's all I got this week for the ugly. Next week I'll be sure. It's a lot of fun. So if you have Letterboxd out there, people, go write your review, and maybe it'll be featured in the ugly.
That's right.
All right, so now it's time for the third segment. The next wait, is the third? The next segment.
Yeah.
Which we are affectionately calling the hit list, where we will rank these films.
Yes.
And here is the fuck. We've got Cuba Gooding Jr. down here from the hit movie The Hit List. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have to get my the document open because I decided this week the graphics they're becoming too like crazy, so I'm just gonna read the list.
Scale it back a little bit.
Scale it back a little bit because it's a lot of work because you create the 3 different graphics and have them all like in various states of craziness. So we will start with the Disney Plus films, which we've seen 3 Disney Plus films so far. We have at number 3, Prince of Persia, number 2, Hercules, and number 1, Haunted Mansion. Where do you think Flubber falls?
Ooh. I would put it... Ooh. Do I like it more or less than I liked Hercules? I don't think it's certainly not better than Haunted Mansion.
No. I think as an all-around film, for me at least, I think I like Hercules more because as an all-around film, it is better. This movie, I think, has funnier moments in it than Hercules does. But the highs are higher, but the lows are lower, I think.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd put it below Hercules.
Below Hercules?
Hercules,
yeah.
Hercules.
Yes. So, for Disney Plus, that leaves us at number 4, Prince of Persia, number 3, Flubber, number 2, Hercules, and number 1, Haunted Mansion. Now, we go to the 2021 movie list. At number 9, we have The Hills Have Eyes 2 remake. We have number 8, Shoulder Arms. Number 7, Mile 22. Number 6, High Rise. Number 5, Hercules. Number 4, Odd Thomas. Number 3, Wonder Woman 1984. Number 2, Basic Instinct. And number 1, yet to be dethroned, Tenet.
I think I would put it above High Rise, below Hercules.
Above High Rise, below Hercules.
That's
exactly where I was thinking too. Yeah. That's where I think it kind of belongs.
Yeah, because High Rise doesn't make any sense, and like it's like an art thing, and it's like whatever. Where Hercules is like that's the upper echelon of.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, so rounding out the list now, it's 2021. We have 10 films. We have number 10, The Hills Have Eyes 2 remake. Number 9, Shoulder Arms. Number 8, Mile 22. Number 7, High Rise. Number 6, Flubber. Number 5, Hercules. Number 4, Odd Thomas. Number 3, Wonder Woman 1984. Number 2, Basic Instinct. And number 1, Tenet. Now moving to our all-time ranking list. This will give us, wherever this ends up, we will have 20 films that we have reviewed on our podcast. So, at number 19, The Hills Have Eyes 2 remake. Number 18, Catherine Upside Down. Number 17, Shoulder Arms. Number 16, The Runner. Number 15, Mile 22. Number 14, Conan the Barbarian. Number 13, White Mile. Number 12, High Rise. Number 11, Taxi Driver. Number 10, Prince of Persia. Number 9, Scoob. Number 8, Hercules. Number 7, Wonder Woman 1984. Number 6, Labyrinth. Number 5, Haunted Mansion. Number 4, Basic Instinct. Number 3, Odd Thomas. Number 2, Clue. And number 1, Tenet.
Woo!
Where do you think? Where do you think it ends up?
I can't believe you read that thing every time, and very rarely do you stumble. It's very impressive.
Thank you. I don't know how I do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think I'm gonna stick it again underneath Hercules.
Underneath Hercules, above Scoob.
Oh,
see, I think I'd put it below Scoob and above Prince of Persia, for me. But it's tough to say because, like, I think any given day I could flop on that though. It's a tough thing.
Yeah, now that I'm really, I like Scoob a lot more than Flubber, just because it has like little, like Easter eggs from all the shows or whatever, which is really like, yeah, it's just got more in it. Yeah, okay, you're right. I'd put it underneath Scoob. Do we have? Can I see the list? Like, can I see the?
Yeah, let me share the screen with you.
My camera turned off. That was interesting.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh, we can't even see the list. It's not even appearing on here. Why is it not appearing? Can you see anything or just a white screen?
Just a white screen.
Ah, man. We're going to do it this way then. We're going to change windows. We are going to...
Hey, man. What's up? Hey, yeah, what's up?
What? We'll try it this way. I make no promises that it'll work.
What have you done?
Okay. I broke the matrix. Nope. Still not the document we want. There's the document.
Oh,
can you see it?
Perfect.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, the video portion of this looks insane.
It's insane.
I'm behind the hit list. You have this over here up in the corner, but there's like, like windowed in. All right, here we go.
Yeah, so this is our top 20 films for now available all time. We have number 20, The Hills Have Eyes 2, number 19, Catherine Upside Down, number 18, Shoulder Arms, number 17, The Runner, number 16, Mile 22, number 15, Conan the Barbarian, number 14, White Mile, number 13, High Rise, number 12, Taxi Driver, number 11, Prince of Persia, number 10, Flubber, number 9, Scoob, number 8, Hercules, number 7, Wonder Woman 1984, number 6, Labyrinth, number 5, Haunted Mansion, number 4, Basic Instinct, number 3, Odd Thomas, number 2, Clue, and number 1, Tenet. That is what we've got right now for
the hit list for
our ranking list. And now, Ricky, where will we enter next?
The next segment that we have, this the best segment of the whole show. This is the reason why we're all here, right? This is the movie selection. We're gonna hit roulette. We're gonna hit right. We're gonna spin the wheel, right? What movie
3 times
next? 3 times. But the two of us will be in cages. Cage match. This looks so fucking funny.
We will enter the Thunderdome.
We are Thunderdomed right now.
This week with being Thunderdomed.
Oh no, he's gone. Oh no.
Hello?
Hello? What happened? No, you can't
I
hear
can't-
me? Oh,
Can
no,
you hear
we
me?
go.
Okay, cool. I'm back.
Dude, what is happening today?
Chaos.
Pure chaos. My camera never turns off.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Number 1, Mud with Matthew McConaughey.
Wait, where are we watching? What are we watching?
HBO Max.
Okay,
We are
HBO
in the
Max.
Thunderdome with HBO Max.
We've entered the dome.
We've entered the dome. So we have number 1 is Mud. Number 2, Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh.
This is already going to be a stacked week. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. No bias. I haven't seen either of these movies.
You haven't seen either of them?
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen Mud. I've seen Mask of the Phantasm. And the Way Back, the 2020 film with Ben Affleck.
Whoa.
We've got some big stuff here that we can choose from. It's tough to say what to go with.
Yeah, that one's tough. Because I haven't seen any of those.
I've seen Mask of the Phantasm, but that's it.
What was The Way Back about?
It's like Ben Affleck's like an alcoholic basketball coach.
My camera turned off again. What in the hell is going on?
This is just complete and utter chaos.
Oh, my camera's super hot. What the fuck? I don't
We killed your camera, Ricky. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go turn the fan on it real quick. What in the world?
Want to know what we're gonna have to do for your camera now that it's dead?
Oh god.
We're gonna have a Viking funeral for it. Oh god. Oh god.
Alright, well, I don't think it's gonna turn back on, so we might have to finish this with me just blanked out. This has happened before, too. Like, wasn't it like the first episode?
The first episode, died in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't turn it back on.
Yeah, so we have the option of either Mud, The Way Back, or Batman Mask of the Phantasm. What do you think we should go with?
I like The Way Back, just because it's the newest of the three.
Okay.
I really have no opinion because I haven't seen any of them, so it'll all be a surprise.
Right, yeah. That's the thing is, like, Batman's obviously Batman, and we kind of know what that'll, or at least what to expect from that.
Mm-hmm.
But the other two, we don't. So I'm good with going with the way back if you want to go with the way back.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do The Way Back.
The way back for next week. So, for those of you listening at home or watching on YouTube or however you're getting us, next week we will return to review The Way Back on HBO Max. So please check out that and come back, write Ricky a letterbox review and all that good stuff. Ricky, you got anything else you'd like to say to the people today?
No, just go outside, enjoy the weather. If it's nice out where you're at, stay away from other people, watch some movies, read a book. I don't care. Do it. Eat some fruit. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. So you can find me at HowardAK88 on Instagram and Twitter, as well as Starroom Studios for the latest information on this podcast, as well as other podcasts that might be coming Starroom Studios away. So be on the lookout for that. And Ricky, where can the good folks find you at?
You can find me at Ritz Khalifa on Twitter and Instagram. And
formerly of TikTok.
And formerly TikTok and on Twitch, where I haven't streamed in a long time. Yeah, and Letterboxd. I don't remember what my name is. I think we talked about this last time.
It's Wrench with isn't it Wrench with an R or something like
yeah,
that?
RENCH Wrench. Yeah. Yeah, we're all, like I said, I'll go through and read, some people's reviews. I might even put some reviews up myself. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I got for me.
So make sure you like, subscribe, share. Let all the people know about what we've got for you. And until next time, Ricky.
We'll see you next time.